What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's video we're going to finally talk about the final Chapter 2 live event. I know I've been teasing this in a few videos recently, but that's right, based on all the information that's recently come out regarding the live event that's been added to the files in V18.40, and some insider info given to people such as Hypex, we have some very interesting news to talk about, such as the fact that Chapter 3 Season 1 is guaranteed the next season of Fortnite. That's right, we're not set to get a Chapter 2 Season 9 or a Chapter 2 Season X. Nope, we're heading right straight in to Chapter 3. So without further ado, obviously we're going to be talking about spoilers, so close anyone who don't want spoilers' ears, even though I kind of just spoiled something, and let's hop right down the rabbit hole of the live event. So to start us off, let's talk about the event name itself. So ironically enough, the Chapter 1 Season X live event was called The End, and the Chapter 2 Season 8 live event is once again called The End. So it kind of makes sense. It's like, hey, the end of the chapter for both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 are called The End event. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going on, but basically what's going to be happening here is, as you can see by the loading screen I'll show on screen right now, we are going to be fighting the Cube Queen, and not just the Cube Queen, but their denizen monsters, the corruption monsters, you know, the sideways cube monsters, whatever you want to call them, and the caretaker bosses. Apparently there's going to be around 4 waves of caretaker bosses that we will be fighting during the live event. And now, believe it or not, they're actually going to change the kill text. Instead of getting knocked out or eliminated by, you know, a cube monster, by a caretaker, you will be knocked out and eliminated by the last reality. That's right, the final reality, the last reality, whatever you want to call it, is going to be the cube monsters' names that we're fighting in this live event, which is so cool to hear about because it kind of makes sense. You know, we're ending the chapter off in the last reality, the final reality, and battling back to save the island. Now, while we don't have actual gameplay footage, and we won't have any gameplay footage until, well, the actual live event happens, what we do have is the next best thing with gameplay tags. You can see those all on screen right now thanks to G-Matrix Games. However, I do want to give a little bit of a description to what a gameplay tag even is. So think about it like this. You go to a specific point in the live event. It fires off a gameplay tag, such as the first one, event.guava.bridge.slipperyfeet, which will actually make multiple side effects happen, such as giving the characters on the map a slippery feet effect, basically, you know, the whole ice feet effect from a while ago. It's just a way for them to easily have multiple things happen without having to be like, hey, so once this person steps here, we need 50 things right here to activate all at the exact same time. And even if they did that, it would probably be like 50 gameplay cues. So this just lets them activate multiple things at once. But other than that, something I want to mention here is the gameplay tag Breach Lens. So let's start off by breaking this into 2 parts. Firstly, what is a lens? Well, you guys may remember, and this is my best example ever for actually describing a lens to you, the Chapter 1 Season X live event. You guys remember when everything was getting sucked into the 0 point and made the black hole? Well, that camera effect can be considered a lens effect. This is basically meaning that during this actual segment, we will see some special camera effects. Now, I'm not saying that it's a black hole effect, but I am saying that it is going to be something gimmicky with the camera. And then for the second part, talking about this being water servicing in Breach, this might actually relate to us being inside of the IO facility, because believe it or not, I'm going to show this image on screen right now. One of the actual gameplay files that are set to be in this live event is the actual imposter gameplay files, and mainly the ones for the environment, which makes me think during this attack versus the Sideways and the Cube Queen, we end up going and breaching inside of the IO facility for whatever purpose. And then because of this, because of us breaking in, there's stuff such as the water on the edges of the IO facility starting to crack, and well, the glass starting to crack, and the water starting to pour in the map, which can cause a little bit of like a flooding effect, giving a little bit more urgency to us escaping or whatever it might be. And this is actually backed up by another gameplay tag called Deb Lens, because the BRI keyword actually stands for bridge based on the earlier slippery feet gameplay tag we talked about, and then Deb, DEB, could stand for debris, and then once again, you know, we have the lens effect, so it could be us breaching into the bridge specifically. There's being debris, you know, there's all this stuff going on, everything's crashing around us, and we're trying to make it to a specific point for whatever the objective is. Now, I do want to mention that this is obviously just a theory based on what the gameplay tags that have been leaked are, and for all we know, this could go in a completely different direction, but I thought I'd share it with you guys because today's question comment of the day is going to be, what do you think's going to happen during the live event, and what do you hope for in the next chapter of Fortnite? Now, one more thing I want to show before we get into our final topic is this image on on screen right now of a brand new IO guard outfit. This is set to be an IO guard during the live event, and it's interesting to see one without like the mask on. So it is going to be interesting to see like, hey, is this person going to be important to the future of the Fortnite storyline? What is their point in the live event? What are they going to do? Are we going to have to fight them? Will they be fighting with us? We really just have to wait and see in order to just, you know, get the full picture here, but I thought I would share it with you guys since it is still something that's going to happen during the live event. And finally, it's time to talk about Night Night. You may be wondering what Night Night is, but if you followed my leaks for a while, I'm pretty sure you already know. That's right, the black hole is once again returning in Fortnite. After the live event happens, we will have a 2-day black hole, well, around a 2 to 3 day black hole, and instead of it just being like, hey, Fortnite leaker said the update's out, you can go download it now, the game will actually update the black hole itself or the to be continued screen. We don't exactly know which one it's going to look like yet, to be like, hey, a new update's available, please close your game and download it. So with that said, yeah, we're going Night Night again. The game's going to be unplayable for a few days, but the live event should be pretty hype, and a brand new chapter is hype as well, because we've been on this map for approximately the exact same amount of time as we were on the chapter 1 map. So with that said, my name's FireMonkey. If you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing to support the content I create, and I'll catch you champs and champettes tomorrow with another video. Peace out.